Okay, hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm nervous, but you know what? It's definitely, sorry, my phone keeps ringing. Definitely such a treat to have everyone here. Thank you. Thank you, Michelle.
Awesome. Thank you, Kat. So my name is Michelle, and I'm helping Kat out with her first event. So please know that we're very grateful to have you here tonight. We're so happy that you're spending a little bit of your evening supporting your friend and being here as a friendly face for her. And it really, I know, means a lot. I remember the first time that I agreed to do one of these, and it's nerve-wracking and all kinds of emotions. So thank you for being here, and thanks for sharing a little bit of your evening. Before we get started, I always like to share a little bit about kind of what our team is about. And basically, we're a purpose-driven community who inspire, and educate through heart-to-heart connection with all who are open to receive health, vitality, abundance, and freedom. We do this with a product line, which I'm going to introduce to you in a minute. And we also have a business that offers choice and flexibility, and a holistic wellness community that's totally free that we love adding people to, where we offer personal development tips and tricks, relationship advice, health advice. We also have contribution projects going on all the time in there. And it's just kind of like a really good vibe page where you can grow and just feel good about everything else. So we love having that page to kind of give back to those people who have supported us in our attempt to help you on your journey as much as you've helped us on our journey. And that's a little bit about what we've got tonight. So it's our sincere hope tonight that we're able to give you with some information and that you might have a takeaway or two. And we're really looking forward to your feedback either way. So I get to introduce our product line. I've actually been around this with using this product actually for 6.5 years now. And I am a high school science teacher. My background is that. So I'm actually very, very skeptical. So unfortunately, it took me a very long time to give in and try the product. It's fruits and vegetables in a capsule. I grew up on a farm. We had a large garden, and I just really believed, like, no, I'm eating it the real way. We're good eaters. I have no interest in cutting corners with anything encapsulated. And that was my completely uneducated viewpoint for like quite a long time, at least a year. And so our product line is called Juice Plus, and it's fruits and vegetables and berries in a capsule. And basically, it's been around for 25 years. It's got 40 published clinical research studies done on it, on humans taking the product, and then they draw blood. And I love that as a science teacher. The research is actually what finally won me over. And I actually first started looking at this product when my son Lincoln was getting tonsil infections all the time. And I mean, like, it was every 60 days we were in the emergency room. We would take antibiotics and then Advil, Tylenol every 3 hours before his fever broke. And I was about to get surgery done. And so it was at that point that I realized that a friend said, you know what, Michelle, like, I know, you know that I love Lincoln, and I'm just wondering if you'd be open to hearing about Juice Plus. And so she explained to me that it was 30 raw fruits and vegetables that are grown until totally ripe. So these fruits and vegetables stay growing on the vine until they're ready to fall off. And then they go into this giant grinder, and the grinder grinds up the pits, peels, seeds, tops, bottoms. The whole fruit and vegetable goes into there. It comes out of the end as a fruit, vegetable, berry slurry, and it's dried out at very, very low temperature. And the reason that's important is that actually everything stays live and stays raw. It's not heated or cooked. And so that was really important to me because I know a lot about, you know, some of the over-processed fruits and vegetables that we have in, say, vegetable drinks and things like that. I love knowing that Juice Plus is definitely not heated. So our drying process is pretty fantastic. And then that fruit, vegetable, and berry goes into the powder that comes out of that process, goes into a capsule or a chewable. So this is the capsule bottles, just to give you an example. I always like using the veggies as an example because this one really floats my boat as a mom. It feels really good getting all of this stuff into my kids every day. Actually, with an adult order, kids get the product for free. So that's how I ended up trying it for myself because I wanted to try it for Lincoln. And just to give you an example of the ingredients, we've got carrots, beets, broccoli, spinach, parsley, kale, cabbage, and tomato in here. And then we've got a berry blend, and then we've got a fruit blend. And this is what we call Juice Plus. This comes in a capsule or a chewable. We've got an NSF certification on all of the bottles, which means a third-party organization, the same one that the Olympics trusts, comes in and tests our product whenever they want. We've been around for 25 years, and they have never found anything in this product that's not pure raw whole fruits and vegetables. And so that means no heavy metals, no molds, no contaminants, herbicides, pesticides, nothing, just pure raw whole food. And that was really important to me because I started giving it to my daughter when she was 13 months old. So I really needed to know that it was pure. And I also recommend it to pregnant and nursing women all the time. So it's really good to know that it's always just food, just plain old food. So that's what we call Juice Plus. We have a children's health study that comes with the adult order, as I said, that allows children to get the chewables or the capsules for free for 4 years. And that is a program that we've used for all of our kids. It's an amazing program, and it's really, truly the reason that I'm here. So the other capsule that I want to mention tonight is the omegas, and this is a vegan plant-based omega, and we skip the fish and we go directly to the algae where the fish are getting their omegas anyway. And it's a blend of all kinds of different things: raspberry seed oil, pomegranate seed oil, things like that. And it ends up being omegas 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9 as a result, because it's a blend of all kinds of sources of omega. And so when I first started this product, I started it just because I knew it would be good for my brain, my eyes, my skin, hair, nails, and that kind of thing. And it's also really good for the circulatory system. And so I just thought, okay, great, I'll try it for prevention. It will be a good thing to add into my diet. But what I really noticed is actually my hair doubled in thickness. I don't understand how that happens, but it was just unbelievable. And my hairdresser noticed it. All my friends noticed it before I finally noticed it. And I just thought to myself, wow, if it's doing that for my hair, then I definitely know it's doing that for my insides. My son, I never ever did tell him what these were for. He just started taking them, and he said, Mom, ever since I've been taking those orange ones, I notice I can focus at school better. And that's really cool, because there's actually some emerging research on omegas and brain development in kids. So for kids to take this, if they don't swallow capsules, you can just snip off the end and they can suck it right out of there. And it tastes like vanilla orange. So it's a great omega for the whole family. And I love that it's plant-based, because that is what the body recognizes to begin with. So that is our omega blend. And then we have a protein line, and it's we call it our complete. This is the vanilla and this is the chocolate. And to be honest, I'm not much of a protein shake person, so it took me a long time to even order these and give them a try. But they actually are amazing and really good. I have at least one a day now, sometimes two. The chocolate tastes like chocolate milk, and the vanilla tastes a bit like white cake. And you can use them pre or post workout. You can put them in a smoothie. You can use them for kids before their sporting events. They're just a really great thing. I use them every morning for breakfast for the kids, because they're eating kind of junky cereal, if I'm honest. And it's just really nice to know that they're getting 14 fruits and vegetables and they're complete. We call it their chocolate milk. It's really easy. Or sometimes I'll make them a full-on shake where they get spinach and avocado and everything else, because the vanilla really masks the flavor of anything else. And so that is our complete. We've got a set of bars that go with that line as well. And those are very high fiber, high protein, totally plant-based as well. All of our products are. We're very, very narrow in our product focus. Our goal is just to help families get more plants into their body. And I know that I personally thought that I was a super good eater, but when I really look back on it, I was counting, steamed broccoli with Cheese Whiz melted on it. And not that that's bad, but it just wasn't like as clean as I thought it was and as good as I thought I was doing. And so it's really just so nice to bridge the gap between what I know I should be eating and what I actually eat with Juice Plus. And so we also have the last product I'm going to talk about is a tower garden, and it's a vertical aeroponic growing system. You plug it into the wall. It's got earth mineral tonics in the basin at the bottom, and then it pumps the water up the tower, drizzles it down over the roots, and it almost grows fruits and vegetables like a tree. And you can grow anything that's not root bearing, so potatoes and beets and things like that don't grow into it, but anything that's lettuce, tomatoes, strawberries even grow in it very well in the summer months. You can also grow these indoors in the winter by getting the grow lights. And so you can get those attached to it and grow lettuces and tomatoes right inside your house all year long, which is incredible. When we've grown these over the winter, the kids race down and pick our lettuce for salads, and that's really cool. So again, our products are just geared towards inspiring healthy living. And they align with my morals and values personally, which is how I ever ended up here talking on calls like this about it rather than teaching. And that's a little bit of our heart around the product. So with that, Kat has offered to share her story for you guys. And I know she's excited to do that. So I'll just pin her video and you can I'll unmute you first, Kat.
Hi, thank you, Michelle. So welcome everyone. Thank you so much for your time. I learned about the product when I was at a leadership course with Michelle as well as Anita in July of 2018. I actually had a cold sore on my lip. And when I ran into Anita, she was like, have you ever tried Juice Plus? I used to suffer from cold sores and I haven't had one in about 3 years. So I started asking her more questions because I was more concerned about the health of my daughter. She was sick monthly. I almost honestly lost my job over it. They were like, how can a child be this sick so often? They give them 20-minute lunch breaks at school. And I just felt like, how am I going to get as many nutrients as I can in my child's body? And so for me, this kind of just a light turned on. And I was like, you know what? What does it have to hurt? This is another option for figuring out whether or not it's bullying really, because that's what the doctor was saying, or if it's actually her diet. I was also raised on an acreage where all we did was eat out of the garden, anything from lettuce to cantaloupe. And we had a wide range, and my brother and I both have never been sick ever, really, actually just once in our life. So I started my daughter on it in October, and the success has been great. She has chosen more healthier options because of it. And I haven't had a call from the school. I did have one in September. And I'm hoping that this will continue and that her health will just prosper because of it. So that's it. Yeah. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kat. That's so exciting, and it's like just fruits and vegetables, but it never ceases to amaze me the different things that people notice with it. And I always say that if we were able to eat 30 raw fruits and vegetables that we grew till totally ripe, and we were getting all of that variety into our body every day, we would definitely notice all of these amazing things too, but it's just like so hard to get the right amount. So thank you for sharing your story with us. And Kelly has also offered to share his story tonight, what he's noticed since trying the product.
Can't hear.
Whoops. That was a good practice run though, right? Can everybody hear me now?
Couldn't tell you if it was or not.
Okay, guys, I'll start that again. I've been on Juice Plus now for a couple years. I was very skeptical at first, but I had 3 men in my family have heart attacks before the age of 50, and I was impressed by the heart health research that was shared with me. At the time, I was a fly-in, fly-out welder in the oil sands in northern Canada. For those who don't know, welding's extremely hard on the body and lungs. It's definitely a young man's job. On top of that, the oil field was slowing down and they chose to cut the food budget. They were literally trying to feed our crew deep fried food, junk produce, and microwavable TV dinners while working 12-hour days and working hard. I noticed over time The guys would get sick more. People seemed to be getting hurt more regularly, and they would literally have temper tantrums in the dining room over food quality. They'd slam their trays down and walk out. At home, as a parent, I was one of those parents that made 2 dinners because my kids lived off craft dinner, pizza, bread, things like that. It was always a fight to get them to eat anything other than junk food. Within a few weeks of being on Juice Plus, I noticed that I was less likely to be hungover in the morning if I had a big night out, which I thought was kind of cool. I had better sleep, especially when I was on night shifts. I had better workout recovery. I used to have to take it easy on myself if I ran hard or had a big leg day, and I knew I'd definitely pay the next day. Now I feel like both of my knees are exactly the same no matter what workout I do. I found I have better moods. I have more energy. I have less cravings for junk food, and I just have a better overall clean eating feeling, when you're eating really well. My favorite part of being on this product is that it's changed my kids' habits as well. My kids eat way healthier, and we always catch them going into the fridge to eat a whole thing of strawberries or raspberries at a time, and they just make better choices overall. I'm pleased to report we only make 1 dinner. I'm sure Michelle would agree. As a dad, it feels good to know I'm helping my kids eat better and also addressing my genetic history of heart disease, because I plan on being here for a long time.
Thanks, Cal. Sorry about the muting, you guys. So yeah, I love the stories. That's my favorite part of any event that we ever do. It's just like so awesome, and especially when I hear about kids eating better, and just I love it. That's definitely where my passion is with this. So it's stories like this that honestly led a lot of us to kind of even be brave enough to share about it. And I know that Kat being here, sharing her story and that kind of thing, it's just like we started feeling good on this product and thought, oh my gosh, what if I shared it with some people, or should I share it with some people? You start thinking about people in your head who maybe it could benefit, and it's like scary, but it ends up leading us all into the business. So we always share the product and the business on these calls, because it's good for the new person to hear a little bit about how we share. And it's also great because you never know, maybe one person on the call is looking for something like this, and we would feel terrible if we didn't share both. So our business opportunity behind this product is something that probably has changed my life even more than the product. And it is only $50 to start your online wellness business. And you do not have to do the business. You can just order the product. It doesn't have to be something that you sign up to do. But if you do end up doing the business side of it, it is no monthly minimums, which for me was like, so I ended up just coming into this journey because I wanted to get my products for cheaper for my son. And I sort of felt guilty because I only had Lincoln on it. And I have a daughter as well. And so I was like feeling like a bad mom that my son was benefiting in all these ways, but I didn't know how I was going to afford it for our whole family. And that's honestly the way that I sort of began this journey. So when I heard that there was no monthly minimums or requirements and that I could just share with a few people and then just kind of leave it be, that honestly was what convinced me to get involved with this. So the company itself has been around for 50 years now. This product has been around for 25, but the company's old and stable and long lasting. They have a huge heart. They donate so much to the Boys and Girls Clubs of North America. They have a tower garden in every one of them. They give 10 million meals in the form of shakes to homeless people in the US. We're looking for a partnership in Canada where we can do this, but they actually have a blender in these homeless shelters, and they blend up a complete shake for them anytime they need a meal, which is amazing. And it's just one example of all the good stuff that they do. I know that we donate here in Canada a lot of money to the Jays Care Foundation. And I think I always like to share that because honestly, it just trickles down into the kind of people that are attracted to this mission are, people who want to go out there and help the world and just love helping other people. And it shows up in our community. Our community is absolutely amazing. It's a bunch of positive people who love lifting each other up and just really empowering one another. And I think a lot of people kind of get drawn just to that alone. We have an amazing company that does all the work for us. We just share on calls like this, or sitting at the swimming pool, or sitting at hockey practice, or wherever we are, we share. And if somebody's interested, great. If they're not, no problem. And if they're interested, we just punch a couple things in the computer and the company does the rest. They ship the product, they bill, they collect, they pay our team, they pay us. They just do everything. Honestly, it's so simplistic. I have a cell phone. That's what I do almost all my business on. And you get at the top level of our company, there is a level called National Marketing Director. And at that level, you get full medical benefits, a tuition reimbursement package for your family, a Christmas bonus, and a business expense account. So it's like kind of being in business for yourself, and it is a legitimate business opportunity, but you also get all of this corporate support, which is really nice too. So I'm just going to share, I'm actually going to ask Kelly to share a little bit about what the business has meant to him, because I think a lot of people think, oh, business, boring, money, but really, truly, it's like, it's really impacted a lot of our lives in a very positive way. And so Kelly has offered to share what he has felt as being a part of this journey.
Okay, I'm going to make sure I'm not muted this time. The blooper reel is over. As I'd mentioned before, I used to work in camp up north as a welder. I really saw no way out of that. I was fly in, fly out every other week and missing half of my life. My kids' sports, birthdays, holidays, and other big family events. I felt disconnected from my kids. I had no idea what was going on in their lives while I was away. Who their friends were, how they felt about their teacher, or how a hockey game went, all that stuff that I value now so much more. I also felt disconnected from my wife, Michelle. When I was away, was always the time like we'd fight about something silly that could easily be solved if we were just right in front of each other. Everything just seemed to be way more heavy. I spoke with a lady one day that asked me if I liked my job. I said, well, no. She asked me, what's your plan not to do that anymore? That got me really considering this opportunity and start to take this more seriously. Because of this business, I was able to leave my fly-in, fly-out job and take a job closer to home. But I took a pay cut of $100,000 a year. That is some real money. It was scary at the time. Being home every night with my family was amazing, though. Having dinner with them, tucking them in, sleeping in my own bed. However, despite being home every night, I noticed that I'd lost my passion for being a welder after 12 long years. Fast forward to today, I've been able to quit the job that was making me miserable, and now I can do what I want to do. Now I'm connected to my wife and kids at a deeper level. I don't miss important things at all anymore, and I'm no longer doing a job that was so hard on my body and my mind. I design my days the way I want them every day. I help people with this product and business. I trade stocks and go to the gym. And most importantly, I'm more involved dad. I'm truly so grateful for what this business and what this company's done for us.
Thanks, Kel. So I don't know, for those of you who don't know me, that's actually my husband. And so his story is a little like near and dear to my heart, because my story is that I found this business, thought I was just going to do it for a little discount, and then ended up loving the product and loving the business so much, and just kind of went for it. And through that process, I was married at the time, and I ended up going through a divorce. It was very sudden, and it was due to my ex-husband's addiction issues. And I was left a single mom literally overnight, and I didn't honestly know how I was still going to stay home with them through that first rough year and support them. So this business ended up turning into so much more for me. Through that year where I thought we would be in big trouble, I was able to get to the top level of the company and had replaced my teaching income and got those full medical benefits. And as a single parent, I breathed a huge sigh of relief. It took me 12 months to do that. And then the business just continued growing from there, because other people were working on their goals and their dreams and their desires to stay home with their family and that kind of thing. And it's grown into something amazing since then. It's definitely, I'm a strong 6-figure income earner now. But what really that means to me is that Kelly can be home with us, because the sad part of ending to that part of my story is that my kid's dad passed away due to his addiction issues. And so they were left without that role model in their life. And Kelly has been able to 100% be the most amazing man to my children. And I really, truly only was able to feel worthy of a man like Kelly through the personal growth that I've gone through as a part of being with this company. It's been amazing. And it's so much more than just a business. I've heard lots of people say it's personal development disguised as a business, and it is. And people here recommend books, and they lift you up and they help you grow. And honestly, that is truly the reason that I ended up finding him and having him be a part of our life and feeling worthy of it. And now, nothing's perfect. We have to work at it just like everybody else, but I just feel like I'm in this peaceful state of my life. And weirdly, I would have never imagined, but I credit a lot of it to my little fruit and vegetable business. And so this business has done more for me than I could have ever imagined. And if I didn't share it with people, I don't even feel like that would be fair, because what if one person out there is thinking, I need an extra little side income. I need something where I can bridge the gap and pay my car payment, or maybe it's the money that's going to take them on their family holidays every year, or maybe it's the money that's going to take them on a date with their husband or wife every month. Like, I don't know, but I've definitely heard a lot of different stories with this business and have grown the courage to share about it on these calls too. So I'm just going to quickly show you how really simple it is to build our business. So easy, you guys. When I first started, I said, okay, I'm going to do this just for the discount, and I don't know anybody, so I'm never going to be good at this business. I'm not a salesy person. I don't want to bug my friends and family. And so basically, I'm just going to get customers, and that's it. And my friend Sandy said, yeah, that's okay, but why don't you just share your experience? Like, just share your story with people. And I started sharing my story, that I was getting it for free, and that it started to become a little bit more. And through that, I eventually found some people that wanted to join my team. And it was through events like this as well. And I had people that, one was my neighbor, one was my massage therapist, and one was a girl that I went to high school with that I hadn't talked to in years. And so it was never the people that I thought it was going to be. I didn't bug my friends and family. They all knew what I was up to. But I found these 3 people that wanted to do this with me. We call this 3 Club. And these people are part of my business, and they decided to go out and get a customer base of their own. And that put me at a level of $1,000 per month. And I don't say that to brag or anything like that, but just to show you the really real nature of the business. By finding 3 people who want to go, do something with the business with you and kind of partner up, you can be earning $1,000 per month. And that's real money. Like, that is enough money to help people avoid bankruptcy in some cases, or, to pay the car payment and all the bills. And so I always share that, because I would say it's simple. Maybe not easy, because you have to get out of your comfort zone like Kat did tonight a little bit. And those that are interested will join, and those that aren't don't. And it's just all about sharing from the heart, and the business kind of takes care of itself. So you guys, that's a little bit about what we're up to and what we're doing and where our heart's at with this product and this business. And we just appreciate you guys being here so much to support Kat on her launch. And I'm just going to end the recording and let you guys give her a shout out for being so brave.